This video may contain violence, sexual themes, and a lot of swearing. Viewer discretion is advised.
He just lost a lot of progress.
Oh no, this is worse than I thought.
I know it is! No! I will break you into pieces. No!
Tears in my eyes!
Can someone please teach me how to play Dungeons and Dragons? Because I really want to join that universe right now, because it looks like a lot of fun. Also, could you teach me how to roll the dice, cosplay, help me with my backstory, teach me how to Dungeon and Dragon?
Ooh, look! Guns! Now that I have your attention, D&D Storytime. I want to run a game for a bunch of new players, and to help them get over their role-playing anxiety, I assigned them each a role as a 7 Deadly Sin. Now this helped in a few ways. It gave them something to be inspired by without compromising who they wanted their character to be. Well, one night at the tavern, the dwarf who I assigned Gluttony was drinking a bit too much and decided maybe it was time to go to bed. After failing his constitution save, he passed out in a little compromising position. Before the bartender could come around to scoop up the passed out dwarf on the floor, Lust walked in. Lust took a second to assess the situation, looked at me, and said, "Do I have to roll for this?" After a wonderful night with the passed out dwarf, Lust, ever the gentleman, left a little bit of change on the bedside to get him some breakfast. Well, obviously Gluttony was not happy with what happened. It was never the same again, but hey, at least he got breakfast.
People keep asking me if I'm a top or a bottom. And just to put all those questions to rest, the answer to that question is actually neither. I'm a threat to society.
Can I ask you guys something? How are you both so happy? Doesn't it weigh on you that the world might be ending? Can I tell him our secret? Come here. We're very, very stupid.
Guess what I'm thinking now?
Well, are you thinking about me?
Ah, gotcha. I'm not thinking about anything. My mind is a complete void. Good try, though.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So I finally came across the D&D section of TikTok, and I just have to wonder, am I the only one who makes bards that aren't sex-crazed fiends?
DM just the tip. So, you have a player who has non-named villains that they've been hunting for their character's entire life. And you're trying to think of how to keep things light, but also continue explaining that character's backstory. Take a moment to write a little one-shot about how the people they're hunting for accidentally ended up doing what the player thinks they did, and then end up, at the end of the one-shot, having them get the fuck out of Dodge. Just go to some different plane. 'Cause I did that last night, and it was hilarious. And apparently all my players appreciated it too. So I figured I'd share that idea. I hope you enjoy. Have fun.
Hey, would you like a gift? Oh yes, I'd like a gift. Then get in the bag. No. Please get in the bag. No, I don't want to.
There's nothing we can do against that kind of power.
We're all gonna die.
You know what? All of you better duck, because I'm about to turn left, and I don't want to smack you with my d***.
Welcome to the Tipsy Goblin. Find a seat anywhere. I'm going to suggest not next to the giant with the love troubles. We'll be with you shortly. Alright, my loves. Who had the halfling mead? Alright. And the Nixie's Delight? Alright. And that must mean that you had the Tears of a Tortured Soul. How very edgy. Enjoy, gentlemen. 1. Your stint on stage for the stand-up comedy routine is in 10 minutes. Finish your drinking and go, and I'm paying you to do. I hear some very interesting stories coming from this table. Really? Were they that big? I'm impressed.
Here's another D&D subject for you. Stop sleeping on the fighter! So the fighter is usually lumped in with the human. It's new player friendly, it's easy, it's not really creative, there's not a lot you can do with it, And here's the thing, the fighter is a very easy class. But simplicity also means customability. So let's go through the subclasses. The champion! The fighter! But better. They have an increased chance to land a critical hit, and are basically DPS kings. Perfect for melee or ranged combat. They're kind of basic though. Pumpkin spice latte. Battle Master. They get a pool of small abilities that they can utilize in battle, ranging from disarming to boosting morale with the team. Closest thing to a support a fighter's gonna get. But they can be intimidating to new players. Eldritch Knight. The spellcasting fighter. They can use invocation abjuration spells from the wizard spell list, and they magically bond to their weapon, summoning it to their hand directly. Cool on paper, but spellcaster light. And that's just the PHP. I haven't even gone over Xanathar's guide.
Hello, it's me, and it's time for more wizard talk. Now, many of us have made that joke so often about the only spell that you really need is Fireball. Let me assure you, my friends, the Fireball, while entertaining, is not the most dangerous thing a wizard can do to you.
All right, let's roll. Big money, big money, big money. Ooh, no. Oh, hi, Con. What am I, a warlock? Lawful, evil, human, rogue. With a dex as a dump stat? Aw.
Hello?
What did you do?
All right. But you can't be mad at me.
What did you do?
Okay, first, I was minding my own business.
Bullshit!
I was!
Well, boys and girls, today's been an eventful day. So far, I've cut my foot open on glass and pinched my finger in a boat seat so it bled as well. And I think I'm getting sick. So, yeah, I think I failed a con save.
D&D players of TikTok, I have a proposition for you. A lot of people are trying to find a group to play with but are unsuccessfully doing so. So let's play D&D right here in a themed choose your own adventure. The way this will work is I will describe the setting of where your character is, and you will tell me what your character does by picking from the options I give to you. If your character attacks what's in front of it, you will roll a die and tell me the result. That will determine the outcome of what it is you're trying to do. If you are successful in your action, I will tell you what happens henceforth for your character. If you flee, I will describe the next setting and encounter for you. If you are unsuccessful in your action, be it combat or some performance of some kind, that will determine the outcome of your character, such as death or other drawbacks. Those of you who want to participate, duet this video, let me see your heroic faces, and from there, we shall get this show started.
Put a finger down, Dungeons & Dragons edition, finally. Put a finger down if you have aligned yourself on an alignment chart. Put a finger down if your typical character alignment is chaotic neutral. Put a finger down if your typical character alignment is lawful good. Put a finger down if you're a DM. Put a finger down if you're a player. Put a finger down if you want to be a player but you're almost always stuck being the DM. Put a finger down if you typically play a monstrous race. Orcs, goblins, etc. Put a finger down if you are the god of min-maxers. Put a finger down if you are typically a caster. Put a finger down if you are typically a fighter type. Put a finger down if you are typically a healer. Put a finger down if you have played any edition of Dungeons & Dragons other than 5th. Put a finger down if you have a set of cursed dice. Put a finger down if you have a set of blessed dice. Put a finger down if you have a truly inspirational story from one of your campaigns. And put a finger down if you have ever killed a player character on either side of the equation. I think that covers pretty much the whole spectrum. Let me know how many you got.
A villain. Every good story needs a villain. You honestly think that you're the hero in all of this? Well, of course I am. Who else could I possibly be?
Ah, you're the fourth adventurer to come wandering in here looking for that. I'll tell you like I told the others, if I had something like that just in me shop, I wouldn't need to make soap to get by. But, if you agree to purchase one, I might tell you where you'd have the best of luck finding it, and if your commissioner is who I think they might be, you'd be best off bringing me that particular treasure first. Whatever they're offering you, I'll make it much more worth your while.
Oh, boy. Ow. Oh, that does not feel good at all. I mean, I get it, but you don't have to say it in my fucking face.
Why did you interrupt me? You mispronounced my name. What, you mispronounced my last name? I know. It's Dunham. Not when you look at it, it says Dunham, just Dunham. Ham. You're the other white meat.
All right, time to get rolling. And it is Virgil. Look at that, look at that. My race is 2-5. Dragonborn. That's going to be interesting. Class will be a Warlock. Interesting, interesting. Virgil's skin color is malt-dyed. Haha, that works well for a Dragonborn. Virgil's alignment is 7. Chaotic neutral. Seems accurate. Hair color, unnatural. I'll keep it purple because that's easy. And eye color is green. I'm intrigued.
Thanks much for taking care of those raiders, Traveler.
No! So here's Makeupless Sarah coming to talk to you about something that I feel like so many people feel the need to explain in my comments, so I thought I'd come in and clear things up.
And that is the issue of...
Nat 20s don't mean automatic successes. And then we get the regular thing of, you know, men explaining math to me, that a nat 20 is a 5% chance, which is fun. But here's the thing. Gygax himself, the creator of Dungeons & Dragons, said that his rules were a guideline. That's the first thing. They are a guideline. If you want every nat 20 to be an automatic success, that's your game, baby. Second of all, of course, if I have my DC set at like a 35 for a group attempt, I'm not going to let a nat 20 succeed. That's my game. That's what I like. But sometimes I just let a nat 20 be a success because I can see that my players need it. And third of all, I can't believe I have to explain this. I make comedy videos. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I can't wait to shove this knife into an unsuspecting ass. So, we meet again, duh dill pickle.
I smell pussy.
No way you're gonna get me this time.
Initiate smoke screen.
Defensive unit, activate.
What? He blocked it?
It's not gonna be that easy, Mr. Pickle.
How did that blow not hit him? I could have sworn it connected.
Whoa. He's fast. This is gonna be harder than I thought. But there's no way he will survive this!
Pussy!
Out of the Box D&D Ideas Part 4. Rogue Edition. So we know that the stereotype for rogues is the typical sneaky, snitchety, snatchety, steal everything, kleptomaniac, cause trouble type. But what if, instead of that kind of type, where it's like steal to survive with a tragic backstory and everything, this rogue comes from a noble background. And instead of having a tragic backstory, they had everything they ever wanted in life. And the only reason that they're sneaky and steal things is for an inside joke among their friends. And their friends totally know, and they are totally okay with it, until one day, well, not to say that their friends become not okay with it, but adventurers need a thief. They find this rogue, and then the adventure begins from there. So there's a rogue idea. Till tomorrow, Jazz out.
It's a bank.
This is a victimless crime.
We're not looting.
FDIC will cover this.
We're literally stopping a bank robbery.
I keep staring at Taco.
Just because you found money in a bank doesn't mean that you could just take it with you.
I put the money in the bag for safekeeping.
Great. I grabbed some chairs. I grabbed furniture. Why are we looting? This isn't a dungeon. People do business here. Put that back.
Listen, the government's gonna pay this back.
Nobody's gonna do anything. You're gonna get arrested. You'll go to jail. We're literally talking to the chief of police. He's outside.
He would do this if he were here. The corruption in the militia.
Magnus, I think he's right.
Nope.
Of course I'm right.
Let's put the chairs back and let.
You guys can split it 50-50 if you want. I swear to God, first thing I do when I get outside is I rat you out.
Okay, now you started a bar fight. What are you gonna do? What's your first move? I'm gonna punch him in the face. Alright, so now you're gonna make an attack roll and... It's non-lethal. Okay. Make your roll. Nat 20. Okay, you hit this guy so hard, you shattered his jaw in 10 to 12 different places and sent him through the wall into the alley next to the bar. However, by the grace of God, he isn't dead. Ah, sick. So I'm gonna pick the dude up and I'm gonna start interrogating him. I don't think you understand what exactly you did to him. And what would that be? You don't realize that there's no possible way to interrogate him now because his jaw is no longer able to function. What the hell?
I'm kind of freaking out right now because I found a dead body in my trunk today, which is really weird because I distinctly remember putting 2 in there yesterday.
You know what's dumb to me? There are literally 4 types of charisma casters, and yet bards are the only one people think can actually use charisma in any sexual or flirtatious sense. Warlocks, sorcerers, paladins, and yeah, bards. They're all charisma casters. But bards are the only ones with a reputation for flirting with people? So you know what I want to see? I want to see a bard, paladin, warlock, and sorcerer group humping their entire way through the Forgotten Realms. Just solving every problem with a pickup line, a smolder, and a nice little eyebrow twitch. Just making everything into a weird innuendo. Bards aren't the only class that can hit on people, okay?
D&D character idea. A Kenku Warlock that speaks on its own. Alright, so canonically, Kenku cannot speak on their own. The thing is, they mimic and they repeat anything that they do, in fact, hear. So here's what I'm thinking. They have their own vocabulary and their own voice. But the fact is, their voice is their patron. Their patron is what is speaking to them, which they're using for, everything. So if it's a Great Old One, they're hearing the Great Old One in the back of their head. If it's a fiend, they're hearing the fiend in the back of their head. And they're using those words and that voice to further along. So they're able to have full-on conversations and what they think, what they're, saying. Everybody else thinks that this is their voice or this is their words, when in reality, it's their fucking demon daddy who's telling them all their plans and they're just listening and, torturing everybody with this information. Hells yes, I love it.
This court finds you guilty. What do you have to say for yourself? Your Honor, we did not kill this man. Never seen the bloke before in my life. Your Honor, if the age-old mantra stands, that you are what you eat, I am an innocent man. Arrest my case. Arrest the lizard.